Colors and odors influence the behavior of insects, and each species reacts only to very specific signals. At sunset, the codling moth starts to stir. The dusk of a warm summer evening heralds the onset of its courting activities. The female emits a unique, enticing odor to attract a partner. Out of thousands of different odors, the male recognizes the right one, seeks out the female, and impregnates her. There's something rotten here. The offspring of the codling moth are growing up inside this ample. Excrement and rot make it inedible. The codling moth can pose a serious threat to profitability. Dr. Pierre-Joseph Charmiot works at the research station in Changin. He's testing an innovative Novartis pesticide, which is highly effective against the codling moth. The newly developed product is known as Sirene.
Sirene represents a new targeted way of controlling the codling moth. It combines a sex attractant, or pheromone, with an insecticide. The paste is distributed in very small quantities throughout the orchard. It exudes a sexual odor which attracts males. These come into contact with the substance in the belief that it is a female, and within minutes or hours of contact, they die. Mating does not take place, and the fruit is protected.
Novartis has carried out testing in plots of various sizes. Around the world, research institutes have monitored the test program and analyzed their own field experiments. Only 1 to 2 drops of Sirene are applied to each tree, depending on the plot and the size of the tree. The amount of pheromone and insecticide required is considerably less than in other control methods. Furthermore, the drops are located exactly where the user wants them. They cannot blow or drift away or contaminate the fruit. When the codling moth flies, Sirene is put to work. Sirene exudes the same odor as the female. The male is irresistibly attracted, experiences a desire to mate, thereby coming into contact with the insecticide. Shortly after touching Sirene, the moth dies. Sirene prevents mating taking place, so there are no offspring and the fruit stays healthy. Dr. Charmiot summarizes Sirene's most important properties.
The advantage of Sirene lies in its specific selective action. Beneficial insects are not affected. Only the codling fly is controlled. It is not necessary to treat the fruit, so the apples contain no pesticide residues. This means that the use of Sirene also benefits the consumer, and the fruit farmer can apply the product without coming into contact with insecticide.
Tests were also carried out in the southern Tyrol, Europe's most important fruit-growing area. Dr. Roland Zelger, director of the Limburg Research Center, testifies to the advantages of Sirene.
In my view, Sirene has 3 significant advantages. Firstly, user protection. When applied properly, the farmer does not come into contact with the insecticide. Secondly, environmental protection. The application of small amounts of paste prevents drifting and consequently contamination of the soil, so there are no detrimental effects on beneficial insects. And thirdly, consumer protection. The method of application avoids the necessity to treat the fruit, so there are no pesticide residues on the apples.
By using Sirene, it's possible to control the codling moth efficiently. The unique technology also enables resistant moths to be controlled reliably. When alternated with other products, the creation of new resistances can be hindered. Because of its high selectivity, Sirene does not harm beneficial insects. For example, predatory mites, ladybirds, predatory bugs, and lacewings are not destroyed. Dr. Charmiot summarizes the findings of his scientific tests.
The test program that we carried out during the past 2 years at the Swiss Federal Research Station produced excellent results. In practically every case, it was possible to do away with summer treatments to control the codling moth. This method works even in small plots and where the incidence of the codling moth is quite high.
Due to its selective action, Sirene is especially suitable for integrated crop management, offering a number of key advantages. It has two components: a pheromone to attract the male and an insecticide which kills codling moths. 1 to 2 drops of Sirene protect all the fruit on a tree. The drops are exactly where the grower wants them to be, and they cannot drift away, so the user is also protected. The amount applied is very small, and Sirene only harms the pest. Beneficial organisms and the environment are not affected. Sirene controls the codling moth without the fruit coming into contact with the insecticide, thereby also satisfying the wish of many consumers for fruit which is as free of residues as possible. The powerful pioneering technology for controlling the codling moth, Sirene. Selective, residue-free, and effective.